Senator Bernie Sanders delivered on expectations tonight in New Hampshire, coming out on top, but just barely in the nation's first primary.
Pete Buttigieg scored a close second. Amy Klobuchar ran very strong as well. But for Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden, it was a brutal night. With 89% of the votes now in, Senator Bernie Sanders is in the lead with 26%. CNN and CBS have projected him the winner. Former South Bend, Indiana Mayor Pete Buttigieg is a close second with 24%, and Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar running third with 20%. A surprisingly strong turnout for her tonight.
Senator Elizabeth Warren, who is from neighboring Massachusetts, only received about 9%, and Joe Biden, who tried to manage expectations that he would not do well, did not. He got only 8%. Tom Steyer came in sixth with 4%. KCAL 9 political reporter Randy Page joins us now with more.
At least three people claiming at least some measure of victory tonight. Senator Sanders was the overwhelming favorite going into tonight. Sanders wanted to have a decisive win. Without it, it appears there are now two solid front runners, with Amy Klobuchar rising fast and Elizabeth Warren and Joe Biden struggling badly.
Let me say tonight that this victory here is the beginning of the end for Donald Trump.
Tonight it was deja vu for Bernie Sanders supporters as he delivered his second victory speech in New Hampshire.
We're going to Nevada, we're going to South Carolina, we're going to win those states as well.
Tonight's victory was no surprise. After all, the popular senator comes from Vermont, the state right next door to New Hampshire. And in 2016, Sanders trounced Hillary Clinton by grabbing more than 60% of the New Hampshire vote. In tonight's election, though, the margin was a much different story. Bernie Sanders won by just 2 percentage points, with South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg nipping at his heels, running a close second. After a narrow win in Iowa and a close second in New Hampshire, Mayor Buttigieg delivered a victory speech of his own tonight.
Together, we will stop enabling corporate greed and start raising wages, empowering workers, and making good on the idea that one job ought to be enough.
Senator Amy Klobuchar delivered the biggest surprise. Her self-described long-shot campaign came in a close third.
Hello, America. I'm Amy Klobuchar, and I will beat Donald Trump.
And tonight's third-place finish is giving her campaign new life.
Because of you, we are taking this campaign to Nevada. We are going to South Carolina. And we are taking this message of unity to the country.
Senator Elizabeth Warren from neighboring Massachusetts had a disappointing fourth-place finish. She's calling for unity tonight.
The Reverend Jesse Jackson once said, "It takes two wings to fly." And I think he's right. Our campaign is best positioned to beat Donald Trump in November because we can unite our party.
And former Vice President Joe Biden finished in fifth place, a brutal result. He couldn't wait to leave New Hampshire, flying to South Carolina before the polls even closed.
We haven't heard from the most committed constituency of the Democratic Party, the African American community. It ain't over, man. We're just getting started.
The Democratic field lost two contenders tonight. Andrew Yang, who championed giving every American $1,000 a month, says he can no longer afford to stay in the race. And Colorado Senator Michael Bennet dropped out after failing to break out of the very crowded field. So is there a big picture coming into focus tonight? Well, it could be that this race may not be over anytime soon. In order to win, a candidate has to get at least 50% of the delegates. And with this many contenders splitting up the vote, we could be heading for a brokered convention in Milwaukee in July.
All right, we shall see. Randy, thank you.